study how parents talk to their young children about discrimination and racism, but more specifically, the emotionality behind those conversations. And for young children who are still trying to figure out how to manage their emotions, experiencing discrimination is painful. At the same time, learning about discrimination is also painful. So when parents are telling their young children, hey, when you go out into the world, people might, not treat you fairly because of the color of your skin, because of your race, that can be hurtful too, right? So what I study is, what are the best practices? What are the best ways for parents to talk to children about these issues in a way that helps them to be able to understand, express, and manage, control their emotions during these conversations, and once they go out into the world as well. When we have families come into the lab here, they're exposed to different Black history events. So one video is a video of a young Ruby Bridges. She's about 6 years old, going and integrating her school for the first time. And there are police officers some of them are protecting her, and some of them are trying to bar her from getting inside the school. And with that video, that sparks a lot of conversations about police officers and their role. Parents are also helping children understand other people's emotions. So they're saying, that police officer was probably taught to be this way. That police officer may have been scared. I don't know why, but they seem to be scared. So understanding their own emotions and other people's emotions are coming up in these conversations about police as well. The best way to prepare your kids is, one, be a model yourself, and two, practice it. Many times when white children come to their parents asking questions, wanting to know information, the response is, we don't see color, right? And it might seem like a good response, and it might seem like a response that comes out of good intention, but we do see color, right? Just as human beings, we do stereotype, we do make assumptions about people. Not avoiding the conversation, not saying things like we don't see color, but really addressing it head on and saying, yes, that person is Black, this person is white, this is what it means. You can then add to it, it means that we might have different cultures, we may have different experiences, but we all should be treated equally. We all should be treated with respect and dignity and consideration.
I have two areas of research. One line of research focuses on work-family conflict among African-American women and how work-family conflict is related to their family lives and parenting. My other line of research focuses on adolescents' exposure to poverty-related risk and how these risks are associated with their behavior problems and academic achievement. Some of my research draws on the economic stress model, which focuses on how economic hardship impacts family. According to this model, economic hardship impacts parents' levels of psychological distress and affects their mood. And when parents have higher levels of psychological distress and their moods have been impacted, this affects their parenting. During this difficult time, as we're dealing with the crisis of COVID-19, I know that families are struggling with things like virtual learning, managing virtual learning. Some families have been impacted by economic hardship, and they're also trying to access childcare. Even before the COVID-19 crisis, there were disparities in educational attainment and academic achievement, where those individuals from disadvantaged groups tended to have lower academic achievement than those in more advantaged groups. Instead of focusing on solutions that keep people in poverty, the emphasis should be on reducing child poverty. One of the best solutions that's on the table and that has been effective at reducing poverty is the Earned Income Tax Credit, which provides additional money for families who are having difficulty purchasing food, paying for housing, and paying for their children's education. In addition to policy changes, it's important that families know that parenting still matters even in the most difficult circumstances. Loving and responsive and involved parenting has been found to mitigate some of the harmful effects of stress on adolescents' behavior problems and academic achievement. It's also important that parents have support for themselves. Social support for parents is really helpful in terms of helping parents manage their own stress and manage their responsibilities as parents.